Family Muna, good afternoon and welcome to the Wel Bodi Tok program where they come to you live from Radio Maria Salon, the Christian Voice. Na you host na FM 90.9 na Freetown, 101.3 na Makeni, 90.7 na Kenema, and 91.9 na Bo. With me, Gifty Masakoy. We will start this program better one in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. Our Father and our God, we want to tell you thank you for today. We'll tell you thank you for the gift of life. We'll tell you thank you for families and friends. We'll tell you thank you for the past week. And we commit this week now you and this program. We make all this prayer to Christ our Lord. In the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. Amen. Family them, when I welcome again to the Wel Bodi Tok program. Today, the topic now, many lives are at stake when you are on the road. So road safety na key. And for talk better one about this program inside this Wel Bodi business, I get one engineer with me and another engineer will send a voice note. And the persons of Seri Willoughby and Mayan Koma. But Seri they will tweet at the studio and he will tell viewers and listeners how to do.
Viewers and listeners, good afternoon. Happy for being here.
That's not the voice of Seri. Finally, I get on today and God make it here. So today they talk on road safety as an engineer. I also want to take this opportunity for wish the mama them a happy Mother's Day and all who that don't play the role of mama. If you're not man say but you don't play a motherly role, once for congratulate una all and also congratulate we Archbishop as today na in 14th Episcopal anniversary. Then His Grace Archbishop Edward Tambachas, and also continue for congratulate His Lordship Bob John Hassan Koroma, the Bishop for the Catholic Diocese of Makeni, as today he don't get the mass of the installation where they enable him for let it take the canonical possession of in diocese. So we want to congratulate them all and wish them well. So inside this program today, we dey go now. Don't forget say this na Maria song na the month for raise funds for the radio. Don't forget for support the radio in cash or in kind. Nothing not too small. You can come now with 4th floor studio na Santano House, 10 outreach and give you support. God go bless you. So as I said earlier on, today we dey look at road safety. And inside this, we don't know say Boku lives them don't go because of this road safety where we they neglect because of certain reasons where maybe we ignorant of where we don't know. Now for sake of that, me say there so today and for start the program, he go tell we waiting our road safety and the statistics of any problems that we don't get away now because of the road safety where we don't neglect. Yes, over to you, say.
Thank you very much, Gifty. As you rightly say, when it comes to safety, we are concerned, especially when it comes to the road, because every day we get a lot of movements what we do from one point to the other because of business, because of job, because of educational activities, because of plenty for leisure. And that movement from one point to we host for God aside, it means we have to access the road. And along the road, there are a lot of things that way possible to happen. Of course, it's not secret, it's not to anything we hide. We all know some of the concerns that really when we talk about road safety. So basically, the world, not only at national level, also international level, big organizations like the UN, the WHO are very concerned about road safety, where we try to see how we can get measures that we put in place to prevent injuries them. Because normally when you involve in accidents or problems along the road, there are injuries, and also we can get loss of property. So basically, these are the concerns we try for fix at a global level and also at the national level when you talk about road safety.
So when it comes about road safety, when we talk about road safety, now in brief way, say you don't tell we what we get for look at the methods and the measures that what they use for let we prevent road users them for let them not be killed or let them not be seriously injured. And then they na the safety side and the medical people they na the side that when people them seriously injured at the end of the day na more problem where then kind thing happen for give more job to the people na emergencies or all other hospitals them where they deal with them trauma case them dey. So now that make road safety very very important. So let we go now. I don't beat the gun before time. We don't know wetin na road safety. So why road safety important? Somebody go say in our body business, why road safety? So why road safety?
Okay, thank you again. I'll tell you how serious it is. The UN General Assembly, they've now set a very ambitious target, say they want for half the number of deaths and injuries will arise due to road safety, because now a serious concern, and then they work towards this target for 2030. Statistics can tell you, say, most of the people where they get injuries or deaths from road accidents or road crashes, they between the age of 5 to 29. We tell you, it's a good number of the young people that can be involved in road accidents. And also, the statistics they tell you say that every year, a minimum of 1.3 million people they die from road crashes then. And then about 20 to 50 million they get injuries. So you see, this is like a concern, because when somebody involved in road accidents, it must be somebody where you know, a friend, a relative, a family member, and there are a lot of losses that we can come from that one. So it's a concern at the global level that by 2030, one can say, okay, half this number, 1.3, you understand, okay, you cannot entirely eliminate them, but let us have half it, and then later we'll see how we can get better in doing it again. And also, most of the one who can be involved in road accidents are the vulnerable road users, then, like pedestrians. They walk on the streets until they're making work people walk on the streets, you know, even get any concern with the vehicle where they come up because of maybe brake failure or mechanical failure, or can just go and the vehicle will hit them. How can we prevent that one? Is a concern. Cyclists, motorcyclists. And now we continue now because of the transport system where they see a lot of Okada where they try to apply people from one point to the other. They're very useful, we deny the fact, because they can take people from one point to the other. But also the safety of the modes of transport also is a major concern. And also, the statistics also they tell me that 93% of the world fatality due to road accidents, they will call a low and middle income country, 93%. And Sierra Leone, we know, say, of course, we're not a low-income country, and even though we only account for 60% of the world people, but yet still, we also be affected by the crashes there. And also, road safety also gets economic implications. They account or they affect 3% of the GDP in the low and middle income countries, and that's to say, for any time we get accidents, road accidents, a loss of life, or damage of properties, of course you are losing things, you're losing life, and life gets value. People can contribute a lot to society if they are alive. If they are dead, then of course there is no contribution they can make. Property, of course, we don't invest a lot into for put up, if it's a house or another vehicle. Of course, when they involve in an accident, it's a loss of property. So there is also an economic implication of that one day. And also interesting to know that 73% of the people who were involved in road accidents are men. So most times, of course, we get a lot of male drivers, and so maybe that not become too much of a surprise. But just following us, say men can be more involved in road accidents. So these concerns on the statistics of people when they die, when they get injury, the effect on the economy, call for serious consideration on road safety, and see how best we can able for bring better measures in place to ensure we live in a secured society, an environment where we can able move around and see we get a reasonable level of security as far as road safety is concerned.
Humble, if you just join me, this now Wel Bodi Tok, where they come to you live from Radio Maria Salon, the Christian voice. Now you host na 90.9 na frequency na Freetown, 101.3 na Makeni, 90.7 na Kenema, and 91.9 na Bo. Remember, say you can get me na 0799000907 or 077315147. You can call and make your comments. With me today at the studio, I get engineer Seri Willoughby and another engineer in absentia. We send voice notes, Marian Koma, where we they look at road safety, because many lives they at stake when you are on the road. And if you just join we, it just don't tell we say the people them way can be account most for accidents, they between the age of 5 to 29 years, and 1.3 million they died every year. Then 20 to 50 million they get injuries, and their injuries then they can range from mild, moderate, and very, very severe injuries them, which can even lead to disabilities or some other problem there, especially the brain, if that the head affected or part of the body. And also it don't say economically it dey affect the country, they affect we, because if somebody be they do certain job but the kind accident we don't get now, you're not able for use the particular hand or the particular foot or the thinking, you're not able for do all that, all they bring down problem. And at times it can affect whatever we get, not only lives they go, but there are times now properties, because it depends who side the accidents happen, the amount of thing them where it go spoil another area day. And so we need a secured society. And the statistics don't show say a man them more woman than they drive, but a man them more can be involved, and we're very very high, we now 73%. So the phone lines they're open, you can call and give you comments or ask you question. Engineer, where you be they go through the point why road safety, where you don't get all this analysis of the age, the amount of people the way they die, you find out say the one the way they get injuries in more than the one the way they die, where like na real problem for like we within at the low income, and the low income country we account and middle income we account for 93%. So I know I think say this now a great burden where like debt to the country, to families them and all, because if you don't get people that with this injury, let me say na severe injury, definitely na problem nande. Somebody we done well, then now it just don't can get accident, I don't get one foot or you don't get one hand, or in head the brain not better again, so then the head be affected, especially this Okada or this keke in this rural setting. So I don't know really what you get for say for this urban setting driving the keke, the bike, because of one go one side quick and come out there and come back. Some people not used to the road and all of them challenges there. So we really lead to this high number of injuries.
Yes, you're very right. That is a serious concern, because at times when people can be involved in road accidents or road crashes, I mean, the outcome not can be good, and most times something will happen to you, you know, recover from, I mean, throughout your life again. So that's why it's a concern, and we strive across all sectors, I mean, globally and locally. They see how best we can make our roads more safer. I mean, even some car companies, for example, Volvo, don't get also an ambitious plan that there come a time that none of the vehicles for involved in road accident, and it's going to be able to adapt intelligence technology for see how the vehicle can communicate with the environment, so that if they closer to a building, you get a distance we can go for stop. These are all measures when they put in place. What you say, the roads and say, but a lot more is being done. But for the causes of road accidents and road crashes, there are three basic elements. You get the human elements, you get the vehicle, and you get, of course, the environment. Now, human elements, when it comes to the road, if you are talking about road for vehicles or motorcyclists, of course, you get the person where they drive, or you get the person where they ride the Okada or they ride the keke. The attitude or things that we take also will be a factor for road accidents. For example, if somebody they drive, and of course you get speed limits for each road, we will tell you say along this road if you drive at a particular speed, you overspeed, then there's a tendency for you to get into accident, because when you overspeed, then you possibly see if there's an object in front of you, maybe a stationary one or somebody cross in front of you. Because of that speed, you will find it difficult to let you brake. When they do the roads there, do the design and get what we call braking distance. Wherein, based on the speed of the vehicle, you get a distance where if you step on the brake, you have to move a bit and then you stop. But if that speed increase, then of course it means you need longer distance when you step on the brake for a stop. So speed is a serious concern, and we don't see a lot of accidents, especially on the inter-district roads. Then when they go to the provinces, a lot of people then can they fly in the road, and most of the accidents they see due to speeding. So speeding is a concern. So it means that human factors, you being the driver, you have to ensure say you adhere to the speed limits that are within the road and observe the road signs then. And also another factor is also drinking under the influence of alcohol, or you take another substance, maybe some drugs then, where you go make fully concentrated. Of course, when you take alcohol, possibilities if you do things out of the way, and your judgment not going to be correct. There are times, especially when you're driving, maybe you want to overtake a vehicle, when you're under the influence of alcohol, you make poor judgment. So also another thing where they don't find out now a leading cause of road accidents. And also your attitude again as road users. Now we are talking about the drivers and the riders, say they for the proper state of mind, not for drinking alcohol, not for speed on the road. But also we they use, for example, the Okada. You go see some person go doing Okada, the rider gets helmet, no get helmet, and the test where they don't do say if you get a helmet and then say for example you fall down from the bike, the tendency for get head injury. I mean that could be reduced by 42% with the helmet. Without that, then it's almost zero. So yeah, it protects you to a certain extent by doing those things. Of course, also we don't do a very good job in the country in terms of adhering to seat belts. I mean, those people when they sit on the front seat, for ensure say when they say not in public transport, private vehicles, because that's also if let's say for example a vehicle they move and then you get collision, that belt going for protect you to a certain extent. And most of these vehicles also get airbag. We go also try to see how they can go protect. So again, these are the human side we are in. We self need for ensure say we do the things the way right. We follow the signs then, and also as drivers and as motorcyclists, as people who drive keke, we also ensure say we follow the rules, not speed, not drink and drive, and also adhere to the road signs. These are just a few things on the human side.
Few things on the human side, and indeed na that side today we find we save one human factor na the speed, and another one na drinking. And when you drink, you get poor judgments, and also we the road users them with attitude, because most of the time we where they work because of this advent of phones, most people get earphone on, Bluetooth then and yes. A old phone, they na WhatsApp, they work. I not even know if they go na portal or they miss lab or in step and all that thing. So all this don't be a challenge. Then also, I don't know if people they're ignorant about the road signs and all. And towards this end of the program, we will get for listen to the voice message from Engineer Marian Kouma. We talk to we on road signs and we save Engineer Segi go Rob Motspan. So it's like all of them things they are now a contributing factor. Even though the environment gets in your role for play, and same way so the vehicles themselves gets their role for play, but we as humans self get we own role for play, and that's not him say to explain where we need for learn from. If we now people the way they default in any of their way they are so, or we sabi policy where they default in any of their way are so, we need for talk to them for make them change, because many lives they at stake when you day on the road.
Yeah, thank you very much, Gifty. You touched on one also very good point on distracted driving, that we talk about people driving along the road and also using mobile phones. Research don't tell you say the one we they drive they use mobile phone, either in the text or you call, you 4 times likely for you involved in the crash than one with use mobile phone. We don't see a lot of people who lost their life because of the use phones. Yes, people need for communicate, but within the advice is that you get Bluetooth means them where you can for communicate while you're on the car. But best is that you wait until you back and then you talk to other you have to communicate with to who you have to communicate with. A lot of people can drive at high speed and you see that they're on phone, and now we see social media as well. People can TikTok, they make videos, maybe a friend, not the person with the drive, or maybe a friend within the passenger seat, they make a video, and then of course you want to call your attention. Those things get tendency for lead to road accidents. And of course we all hear some of the things that will happen when people involved in accidents. It could mean say you go lost certain things and people can get serious injuries and way difficult for them to recover from. So these are things on the human side where we need to ensure say we stop for the do. And also on the other element of road accidents is the vehicle. Now we as human beings, we drive the vehicle. We as pedestrians, we also interact with the vehicles on the road, but also the worthiness of the vehicles there. Now, make most of the time when they get license for vehicle for just be for 1 year, and after which they offer you need a license, and before they you for ensure say these vehicles are roadworthy. Well, of course, this is a one-time assessment, and we assess them and give the license. Yes, at that time we assess the vehicle is roadworthy. But you get a responsibility now as the user for ensure say that you do regular maintenance. We don't see a lot of accidents, especially in urban areas. You see a lot of accidents when are due to mechanical failure of vehicles. Then they will tell you, say, hey, that motor lost control. Yes, these are things at times you know the PMs them, but you look again at certain vehicles them, you can see say yes, this one, you know, I'm not thinking say that they maintenance on a regular basis. We just get that corrective means of maintenance, mainly with vehicles that you wait until they become faulty before you fix them, and that's not going to be the case. Just as periodically they change oil and other things, you ensure say check the mechanical units, the suspension units, the brake pads, see that they're in good order before ever you get onto the road. Because when those things can happen, you know, maybe you're in the vehicle alone, but you can go and lose control and go hit on outside, you get 10 or 15 people every day. Imagine a massive loss of life. Everything happens sometimes and say you immediately drive the vehicle, maybe you're okay, and then you go hit somebody and something happens to her, that psychological effect again. But live with them is not something easy. And that loss of life, the people that waited the loss, we all know the economical issues that we surround this loss of life and also the loss of property. So it means for ensure say our vehicles are roadworthy. We get the responsibility as vehicle owners, as keke owners, as bike owners, that these automobiles that we use, they are roadworthy, and how we do that and ensure say we do periodic maintenance. No, adopt that corrective measure. Wait say point for become get a period, get a mechanic, check the systems them, and see say they are all okay.
Regular or periodic maintenance, it better you do that one day rather than corrective maintenance. Not wait say the problem happen. You know, say for change oil, you know, say for change brake pad and all wait you supposed for do. You need for do them, you not go wait say until it begin for give you problem. You know, say you want drive na net, this na rain season, you light them not okay. You get for drive for look at you light them and see say you go there far and see objects or road where you not sabi. You know, say you're not comfortable with that particular road, you not ever use them. You get for be mindful the speed where you dey take. So all this will get for go into the road sign. So let we not forget for regular or preventive maintenance and also the road in worthiness. So not forget say now Wel Bodi Tok, they come to you live from Radio Maria Salon with me Gifty Masakoy, and today I get engineer Seri Willoughby and engineer Mayan Koma, where they help we for talk about road safety, because many lives they at stake when we dey on the road, and we just don't talk about the human factor, and now we don't talk about the vehicular factor, and we go now go to the environmental factor.
Yes, thank you again. Of course, as we say, we don't talk about the human because we all interact with the road. And of course, the vehicle now they use for move from one point to the other, or the keke or bike from one point to the other. But also the environment is very important, because how the environment they also affects me and also get a serious concern and serious issue with road safety. For example, let me start with the road. If you get a road where you know say you get a lot of potholes, and you know say there are times maybe the road are gravel graded road, you get for knows also how you run on the kind of road in the, because if they run a road, you get pothole, you get a big pothole, and then you don't got a very high speed, and then you just step on the brake, tendency say you get a problem, maybe you bust your tire or something else will happen, we will also cause a problem. We don't see also instances then where along the highway people can try for balance pothole them, and then why they balance the pothole and then they go hit other vehicle, gets head-on collision or side collision, and that can create problem. Of course, those the responsibility for fix those things lie with the authorities, but it's also good in the way they drive in terms of the behavior, how they drive on the road, based on how we don't know the road. Normally, if you go on the road for the very first time, it's good that one you go during daytime where you see, and also drive at a very low speed, because the reason being is that you don't understand the environment. You don't know side curve day and the length of the curve. You don't know side pothole day. You don't know side the road bad. So if you're able to drive and understand the environment, then later on you're able for probably drive to the speed limits. But we don't see people there. Maybe don't hear somebody don't tell and say from here to McKinney just 2 hours. You never drive on the road. You never know the road condition, and then you just this can go, and they can do them such that you just left in the evening. It's very dangerous, because one, you don't understand the environment, you don't know the road condition, you don't know side pothole day, you don't know the width of the road, you know side the curves and day. So there's a tendency, if you do that one, especially if you do it again at night, becomes a problem for, it becomes a possibility for you get accidents along the road. So in such scenarios, as I say, better you go during the day, go at a very slow speed, and then once you understand the environment, you go for walk towards the speed limit. And also with the environment, again, of course, we get natural effects, and like now, this is when we can get rain, even this morning rain come. There are times you can get heavy storm them, and what is advised is that as long as your visibility compromised, that you inside your vehicle, you see clearly. What is advised is that you park and wait until clear, because it's dangerous for you to drive along the road. You don't see what's in there before you, and most times some of the roads do not get enough street lighting for you for see afar, and you don't know whether you get a stationary vehicle, and you don't know what's going to happen along the way. Maybe rain don't come, you don't move away one culvert, or you don't move away one hydraulic structure, where at the end of the day possible so you can go hit your vehicle or get damaged. So what is advised is that when you get a heavy storm, it's better you park and wait until clear out, because it's dangerous for you move along the day.
So along the day, this weather where they come now, sideway you're not comfortable with, go the daytime and reduce your speed. And every sideway they go get in speed limits. Then some side they get potholes, some side they get gravel. So you get to understand the environment of Osa you dey and the kind motocar back you get. Some motocar na jeep is high, some very very low. So you get to look at all that and see how you dey manage you motocar in that particular environment, say for Claim Hill or some rocky place and all of them in there. So fumble them, the phone lines open, we dey wait for una calls them for call and do an input 079900907 or 077315147. Road safety na the key, because many lives they at stake when you are on the road. So we need for be safe. We don't look at the human factor, we don't look at the vehicular, and we don't look at the environment as a challenge. If we do them well, then the road will be safe for we all. But if we mistake in any of them or fail for do the right thing, then na problem. If we fail for regularly do preventive maintenance by motorcar, you say pass correctional, then na issue. Okay, call. Hello? Yes, Stereo Maria Salon. Not bad? Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much, Auntie Chris. Thank you very much. So you don't hear waiting Auntie Chris say. I think you don't want much for some of the points the way you raise. Then INSEF don't come up with other points and the issue of the containers them and then rotting vehicles them and any other thing where you listen to now with this say. I think say the people on Facebook don't able forget clearly waiting if they say, but say another call. Hello? Yeah, Wel Bodi Tok.
Because if you go like the principle and the traffic police, you know say this motorcar is not good. Then if you allow to let even advance to the road. Because if you use traffic police to make everything is good, look at them. I'll make the man a minister. What's the motorcar? If it doesn't happen, this accident will reduce that alone. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So you don't hear again from this other caller. Waiting at your comments to then two callers there. So
yes, I think just as they say, when it comes to the road safety, we get these three elements: the human side, the vehicle. But of course, the vehicle now we get for ensure say in a good condition, not to go grab for being that condition for himself. So as then they say, we get for ensure that's get for do with we laws and now that we ensure that vehicles are roadworthy. The SLIS say they do that when they renew license for ensure say they check, because these are checks for checks say the vehicle is worthy before they issue the license. But 1 year, 12 months is a long period of time. A lot of things can happen to the vehicle across that 1 year day. So we get to ensure say we get a system for they check them. And which we have to do as vehicle owners, as people that we get transport them or get bikes or keke, and ensure say we do this maintenance on them for prevent them for get some basic mechanical failure along the road. On the side of the human side, again, we get for take responsibility. We talk about the drivers, them yes, but also we as pedestrians, and the way can move along the road can be an issue. I can recall the tender way when you go to school, and they tell you say we on for course, you look left, look right, look left together, you can move across. But now you have to look around again, because you say around Okada will come up from the back and can hit you, which not the society we live now, but we have to see how we manage it. So it's all got to do with how we organize with traffic, how we manage with traffic. Because if you have a particular road, so you get bike they pass, keke they pass, vehicles on the pass, it's difficult to even manage the traffic. We see there was a time when Kisi Road where they allow a lot of bikes in the past, a lot of accidents happen there almost every other week, because you get different modes to apply the roads, and they get different ways where they navigate the road. So we have to come together as a country and see how we organize the way we do these problems and they move. And also as pedestrians also, when they move along the road, let me always they move towards approaching traffic. Not the worker on the road, the vehicle come from the back, they come. When they work on the road, ensure say they on the side of the road, when they see the vehicle. So it's possible that there's any color of the vehicle, maybe 30, 40 meters before, there's a possibility that you can escape certain accidents. But imagine if you work out the vehicle come from the back, anything happen, I tell you, there's nothing you can do except God will save you. So also when you work out the road, ensure say always the work out towards approaching traffic, that you see the vehicle when they come towards you. And also when they cross along roads, especially them four-lane road, they will get two linear, and that. It's always advisable not to go one stretch. You go the first 2 lane, you wait, observe the vehicle when they come from the other side, and then cross. Because that time when you take from one end for cross to the other point, maybe there's a vehicle where they 30 meters away from the crossing point, but you tell you cross the first 2 lane, you get to that point, it's near you. So it means when you go that first 2 lanes, it's better you stop, you observe again, and then you for cross. You just cross at random. So there are certain things in there we need for do. And also, Anti-Chris we call the first caller mentioned about the intersection. There is what we call forward. We get four roads. So the local language call them forward. Engineers will tell you, see, you get 32 points. We call conflict points where there's a possibility for 2 vehicles to meet up at that particular forward. So if you're not able to manage and well, I make society can get roundabouts for see how we manage the traffic. But if we're not able to understand the traffic signs them and the traffic systems them, then there can be possibility of crash them again. Most times we don't see crash and they happen here. You will say, oh, this one they can't bang my vehicle, not a loss of life, but it's a loss of resources because they hit your vehicle, you will spend money for go fix them. And of course, when they fix them, you know, we do to the state. In fact, we'll be there the initial time where you just buy them. So we're here for ensure say we adhere to those road signs where things are also a serious concern because some of these drivers or the road users they don't understand the road signs them. Or maybe we understand the road signs them, but we don't actually ensure say we go by them. You will see sign and gets yield sign where you for go, you for slow down, people know they slow down. You see sign where they say no parking, they go and park there. No stopping sign, you see them go stop there. You will see sign and tell you say yeah na roundabout, so you approach there, you need to slow down your speed, people just come and pass and go. So there's a lot of things we need to do across the engineering side, yes, in terms of building the infrastructure, but also the enforcement and the education. Because we need to educate the society, drivers, pedestrians, we need to know exactly how they move on the road.
Thank you very much, Engineer Say, for respond to then 2 callers in there. We go ask the engineers and now if they go able for air for we the voice message from Engineer Mayan Koroma on the road safety signs. The road safety signs.
Can you hear you? No, I don't. You're not the one here.
All right, fumble them. The voice recording they get some challenge for be aired. However, we go look at some common signs them na the road. As engineers say, we don't begin to say some common one, especially where we dey na this urban setting inside Freetown. The signs them way key or for locals, they don't tell we in the beginning for say if motor car they come towards we, now that end they for waka. Not for the waka motor car they come from way back. So that way they walk in the waka inside town. A wrong and they advise and say the correct thing we for they see the motor car. So when we the waka for the see the motor car where they come. So if not anything, we know say we for maneuver or we know say that particular motor car where they can get speed or anything can happen. But from your back, you're not able for no. It also talk about their roundabout what it mean forwards them. Oh say forward, you get some points like St. John, you get road where go Savage Street, you get to go railway line, you go get to away Campbell Street, you want go Sanders Street, you want go Adelaide Street. So all the other a junction points for see how for control that kind of traffic day. But we get more signs them, especially the way for go up line and also inside town here. So
okay, yes, with the signs them, let's just begin with the one them for the highway where we can move from one district to the other, come from Freetown, and then we go McKinney or Kenema. We get a lot of road signs that will inform we how to move on the road. First, I will start with the speed limit because most times the challenge you can get with them, where they travel from them points and they 1 point from Freetown to Bow, now the speed. You go see there are times they go ride certain areas they 80. I mean, so you know, if we go above 80 kilometers per hour at a particular stretch there. Other areas and then you will see road sign you come to 30. We have to take the responsibility for there. When they build roads there, based on the elevation of the road and how they curve and now so they can adopt the speed them. So normally for curves them we reduce the speed because if they go to a higher speed there's a tendency for even if you drive the vehicle, those of you they drive, you realize if they go to at a higher speed it tend for they pull you away from the road. So it means naturally as you approach curve you suppose for slow down. But the speed limits are there where they inform you say yeah speed limits there. And also along the road and there you will see side that will tell you say we get two vehicles then one go in black, one in red, where they tell you say that side enough overtake. Because most times again when you can drive along the highway people go out for reach quick. So they try to see how they overtake from one point to the other. But when it's outside the advice with the sign they tell you say yeah not to self overtake, it is good also not to do that one. Because we get what we call stopping the sight distance, where most times I then curve them. When you take curve, there's a particular point within the curve where you will see other vehicles and you get the distance where you will see certain vehicles. So all of those things are things that we will not just put on there because of one for put some signs then follow we see some things along the road. They inform me say yeah it's not safe because that distance there, if anything happen for let you stop, it's going to be difficult. So those signs also they inform me. Also the road markings as well. Roads that we cannot be newly built, you will see the road markings and they will tell you say yeah a line straight line will tell you say yeah not overtake, and side of the dash line when a straight good will tell you okay yeah so fine for overtake. And these are things we will also adhere to. Also along the highway we get a lot of information sign we inform we can travel long distances them way maybe at times you just want to pull over. We can see some people that they can just go pull over the side of the road we call the road shoulder where not safe. There are areas we assigned for laying for park along the road that we call the lay-by. Where they say a lot of lay-by of course in Africa yeah, but also along the highway you will see say they like some kind of trapezium where the sign can be in a blue board. It will tell you say yeah na lay-by, so that if you want for park, maybe you want for get some water or you want for stretch your foot, it's good that you park at the areas and day. Because if you park na the shoulder, you still day inside the road. And some vehicles then maybe until they move, you want for balance, so it's tendency they will hit you again on that road. But the lay-by is more safer for letting you park. And also we also get information signs there like schools. We can see them put in a blue sign at school. That will tell you say when you drive along those roads where you reach a school, you go for slow down. And you go for slow down because beginning with the pass, with the course. So as soon as you see the school sign, you need to speed and ensure say you pass that area then before you continue at that speed. And also most importantly also on the highway, we get a lot of villages there. I mean we are here we get villages that way there along the road. the authorities, SLRA and the people already in charge for managed traffic don't see for how they can get speed bumps in. That's a deliberate attempt for ensure say we reduce your speed. But you forget that within your mindset that whenever you drive on the highway, as soon as you approach a village, you get for reduce the speed because you don't know the activities the way they happen. We don't see until maybe some people they run from one house, they cross on the other side. If you are coming at a speed, tendency they say you hit them. And the other things again also get animals they can then at the road. They go at the province, you see goats and sheep, and most times they get around in community setting there. So more the reason why you need to slow down as soon as you approach the village, and you forget that at the back of your mind. And the other thing the way things we can do. As pedestrians now, let us look at the more urban setting. Because urban setting, because of the traffic congestion, we know they get too much speed so within the city, but there are other things that affect road safety. One with the pedestrian, the use of earphones. We don't see people in the waka, they get earphone at the ears, they play music, and even they listen to the environment. As soon as you step on the road, you have to ensure say you concentrate. You listen to every horn and listen to every sound so that you know say what's in there around you, you understand what's in there around you. But if you the waka, you listen to music and never get any sound, anything happen, I tell you it's difficult for you for maneuver. And also as drivers also we get for ensure say we follow the traffic signs then. The signs are there, most of them are visual, but whenever you approach, there are simple habits way for adopt. Whenever you approach a junction, you have to ensure you slow down. Because even if you get the right of way, what you call the right of way, so I mean right for go, but it's better that you save that time. You slow down, that 1-2 seconds not will cost you anything, but it's better you slow down. Maybe with time when we get more efficient system for manage the traffic lights road on they see they come around now, then it's clear you didn't you see the traffic light is green, but you know so you didn't expect anybody for doing it. But now we know how the behavior can be. So for being on the safer side, when you approach junction, I will slow down. And also one thing I observe when me set on the drive around is that people not get the attitude for wait and for possibly don't park before them. Now the law say or the simple principle is that when a vehicle is ahead of you and you see brake lights there on, those lights you see on the vehicle not for decoration for let the vehicle fine, now for communicate around the environment. You get the brake lights, you get the one for trafficate. When you see the brake lights they on, you wait at the back where they come for reduce your speed. Because that person don't stop because maybe there's something waiting before we don't see. You don't see it. And most times it can happen when you're crossing in Kinde when a 2-lane road. You will see the inner vehicle don't stop. And the vehicle on the outside thinks this man and 10 now for go and the one for pass. Actually the pass so you see somebody they cross on the other side. So for adopt that principle, they say when you see a vehicle ahead of you, as you see the brake lights on, you don't stop. You say, oh, slow down and observe what's going to happen. So what we can advise is that if you're on the inner lane and somebody they cross, try for trafficate to the other side so that the vehicle is how the other vehicle for go, the trafficate that you want to go. So instead go be conscious and maybe this man go at this point. Because if not, I don't see several occasions where if not to because of maybe some people that holler or shout, they will not hit people on the road. So but let me adopt those principles that vehicle ahead of you, you see the brake light, you stop. That's the way for the guy in a highway. You are ahead of you as you see the slow down, you say slow down. You need to be reactive. When you see slow down, you slow down. When you speed, you speed. When you see clear pathway based on the signs, you can overtake and move. Road safety very important. Of course, whenever we know somebody for involved in accident because we know there are serious issues there, there's lots of fatalities there, and these are things we globally and also at national level they try to reduce.
Globally at national level they try to reduce some. So we were then at the urban setting, we were then inside freedom. Now they challenge this, the use of earphones, the teenagers, even big people them na morning, so say they want for they listen to 98.1 and all others. You guys sit down they all in phone so they work out, so you not even know electric bike or keke or motoka they uton, you know, in attention all focus na the presentation na radio and all. So do ya no say for your safety, you get for be careful, you get for concentrate for let you pay attention to sounds or any other thing. And you where they drive also, remember the road signs and remember say motoka where they ahead of you, they may have fact a signal within lights, it don't speak volume. Say na an emergency or no they turn left or no they turn right or no na brake and all of this, then you for understand that one day. Then also that patience. Now the key word and the patience. Some people just that 1 second, you know, one wait. You see and say, na slow, na delay. Or some can just put the motor car the emergency. So I don't know if you get the one we can just put emergency and just see small traffic where sometimes within 2-3 minutes that traffic don't clear, but just because they don't see that traffic inside 2-3 minutes, they don't begin the hoot on for make emergency for just give way and obstruct traffic. Where all that can even cause problem.
Yeah, that's a concern. That's allowed to, I mean, for certain scenarios, somebody sick, an emergency way that is genuine, you know, say you need to get into the hospital as soon as possible. You can do that one, but people around for the make use of that one just because they forget from one point to the other. Because if everybody do that one, they will create chaos, you create delay. So these are things we know for the do. You know, of course, ambulance. I make most times the ambulance is making day, and of course, we can get government officials, or we can move. Maybe they get them priority as well. So, but generally, we go for adhere to the traffic rules. Then we go for ensure say we go by waiting the rules and say. These are things we go for the read, and even if you drive, you go for the familiarize yourself with waiting the traffic laws and say waiting for doing at the road, waiting for doing at the road, because your safety important. Now go south ever wait 1-2 seconds, you go push and then something happen to you, and then you spend time there. Because most times you want to go say I'm right, somebody can hit you, you go be right, yes, then come police can and check, but they tell you to go through all that process. It's a lot of time and resources, and time we know say valuable resources that one day. We want for manage with time. So we have to ensure say that 1 second there or 2 seconds they will wait. Of course, other people go we can look for move better. Of course, we get for improve the infrastructure because of the infrastructure get some small limitations now. We get to improve the infrastructure. We of course we don't see a lot of projects already around the country. They do a lot of things then for improve road safety. We see the overpass there they do now. We see the need for widening some junctions them. We see them they do a lot of things then for improve. And as that they come, I believe that they will also help for improve the road safety. But in the meantime, as we manage small way ensure say we'll be patient with yourself and observe the road signs that we'll get, be conscious of the environment and look around for people. And also don't forget the vulnerable road users, and again those people with disability also we have ensure say pay great attention to them on the road as well, because they're also not a serious concern. Whenever we see them on the road, we have ensure say we give them the best of treatment so that if we access the road facility them we could be good for them.
So now the word that vulnerable road users them, we sabi them, the picking them, the old age people them, the one that we get eye defects, the one that we sometimes them foot then get problem, then get for very slow. Where you go see motorcar don't break, then that keke just one come out, that bike just one come out and come. So we still the big good now. Anytime you see the motorcar where they ahead of you don't break, no saying a reason make it break. It must don't get obstacle ahead. So you don't send signal to you, use patience and wait. And you where they go na school, begin the area. Monday to Friday school day, you get to be very, very mindful. And you will not say you motorcar the break, you really not say problem don't they happen and not begin they manage and because you know say lives then go. If you bank person you not die, then it possible say you go left and with serious problem. And it was if na in aid enough. Sometimes you say hand and foot, it go able for manage and learn something about the aid when I get everything. You don't disable that person there for life where it get for be serious problem for her. Say I don't know whose advice you go and give. Just as within a low income countries, we don't see plenty of the poda there. Unlike the taxis and kekes for now, they're not able to do that. But like the poda them, they get the required number of seats. But you find out say because of them get the your explanation, they get for give money and all the stories them attached to it, they can prefer for remove them comfortable seats them na the poda and go put metal seats them. And at the end of the day, in case of an accident, let's say flying from Waterloo to here or from Dead West to town, you see the kind of problem where they happen because of na metal don't they inside that chairs, and even the drivers mates them, your attitude all where they can take, or the drivers themselves where not can dress well, the behaviors of the driver, then your ethics where they need for some go just drive with our backs on the drive 10 to all of them thing, and I don't know which advice you get for them.
Well, I think this is first and foremost you have to deal with your attitude as people we offer service to the public. That first and foremost you get for doing the right state. As we talk about saying for doing to alcohol, you get for be presentable, you get for talk good to you passengers them, and also the safety important. But this I think say is a bigger discussion because in the transport sector that is country, the public transport sector, most of these vehicles that are owned by individuals. So I think it's something we need to sit down and get proper system and proper law for coordinating them, because it's the public transport. Again, we talk of road safety today, but public transport also is a serious challenge in this country. You know, the advent of the Okada, the Keke, and because of the challenges them all again at the public transport sector. And there are a lot of things that we need to do, where I think we can do them, we coordinate them, it is coordinated, and it's easy to manage. Because you see some of these people, they will tell you they run from this point to this point, then we change, then we start to go from Eastern Police to Calbaton, they start to come out in the evening, and then they stop in a client town. And there is no way for check them and they just do as they want. So it's a bigger discussion. But we all think we are working for the nation. We all have to do our own bits and pieces for make Salongo before. Not to say yes, the government will take the lead for ensuring we push all of those things, but in real small settings, I should say they get unions, then they get organizations, then next second sit back and say yes, we want the money, we can pull the seats away and count and put them still sit there. But ask the question: is this safe? If anything happened to this vehicle, how many people think they will survive? Nothing will get a lot of fractures, from bones and other things. These are the considerations I think we need for them to talk about, and this has to be done maybe at the lower level. And of course, we can see how we engage at national level. But public transport, I will tell you for free, and a serious challenge where I believe is something we need to tackle as a nation, because the direction where they go, so it's a problem.
The direction where we go, it's a problem. So public owners, private owners of vehicles, them where they run commercials, we therefore look into that and look at the safety of the human beings, then not only the economic thing where they achieve at the end of the day. Because when you don't remove the comfortable seats and put the number of chairs where you want, that metal day accidents happen, it damage more people, whether not picking them be the inside or the aged when not able to escape, then will cause more problem for them. Now we try for wrap up the program in summaries, engineer, which other preventive measures them where you not don't discuss it, where you want for let people know where go help with road safety in terms of the human, the vehicle, and the environment.
Yeah, I think for the human, on the two sides, as we pedestrian, first and foremost, you will be conscious of the environment. As soon as you step out of your house, you go inside and say you observe what's in the happen. As I don't say, walk towards approaching traffic. If you take bike, it's been used in most places, so no toxic when they use and people are using it. And say he request for helmets, because if anything happen, you hit your head, it's a big problem. So he request for helmets. The last time I think they move around and say bikes and forget helmets, but now they see it happen that much. But it is very important. You know, so important how something will happen. So that's why if I ensure you get helmets, they take them, and then ensure they observe the traffic signs, them know how then they move. Then get side mirrors, then we observe. So most of them they use the side mirrors, then they can just move out and expect you to come from the back for just wait. So these signs them they for guiding at the road. As drivers, we get the responsibility for take people from one point to the other safely. I mean, first and foremost, those people that drive public transport in order for ensure say these vehicles that will not drive, they are roadworthy. Even private vehicles, we have to ensure say those vehicles are roadworthy. And how we do that one for ensure say we get regular maintenance. Not wait stay the vehicle broke down, or you go you get failure and they say, oh, maybe the part be done. You have to change oil. When you change oil, and say you check all of those things, get a period of time, really check them and say the vehicles are roadworthy. And also we also get the responsibility for adhere to the signs them, the road signs them on the road. Or follow the road signs them, and we also respect the road markings that we can do as well. For the environment, of course, this gets to do with the authorities. Those areas where get a lot of defects like potholes. Then of course, apart from the safety, also they affect the operating cost of vehicles. And because if you get outside pothole plenty, the way you have to change bushing and other things every other day. So of course, we know there are challenges, financial challenges for address those issues, but we know we should have a program and see how we can for address, especially the ones that were on the highway, then, because those ones are dangerous. I don't see one or two occasions that we're not just by a few inches away vehicles that miss themselves. So I believe say generally the road we have to be part of the environment. Once we get onto the road, we ensure say we all take the steps in the right direction. we able for advice, even if you're in a public transport, you realize say a driver is not doing something, you can call his attention to it. So I believe say maybe it's an opportunity for him for follow waiting for happen. We all get the responsibility for ensure so we get a safer environment. A lot of work is being done in the background. You know, a lot of institutions, them UN, WHO, even big infrastructure, transport companies, as I mentioned at the start, like Volvo, and get big programs there where they say for see how best they can for make the roads them more safer. Now, as I tell you, like Volvo, they look at a system where vehicles they can communicate with buildings and other things, so that if a vehicle they like few meters away, can just even without stepping on the brake, they can stop. These are all things they are discussing to see that we not get crashes then, to see that roads are safer, and to see that we all live well. From the stats, the one that will die from road accidents mainly between 5 to 25. That's not the young population. The young people that we can support the society. So if we not make the roads safer, then we will lose a lot of younger people. And of course, if we get some people to continue the legacy of waiting the old one they don't set, then of course, like any country with this will face a serious challenge.
You go face serious challenge. That's not the voice of engineer Say Willoughby. Let we not forget for improve with driving behavior and also for enforce then good behaviors then there as he continue for say we slow down or reach now road junctions then, and also let we belt up where we know say we the inside motor car, let we not drink and drive. Let we slow down where we know say we they go now areas them where crowd day, where school day, where hospital day and all of them. So you know say you don't drive, you don't tire, take a break, or if you know say you tire for an event, not drive at all, allow me somebody else drive you. Then also not make use of the phone, either you park na a safe side as engineer don't say and answer you call if it's an emergency, not drive and get distracted and cause problem for other people there. And remember for regularly, periodically do maintenance of your vehicle, not wait until you get problem you go do corrective measures. And also if you get potholes, you get all of the other challenge them while she wait for the government they come when I know say it go save you motor car for the change bushing and all other things, so I can come together and see where to go do for your own safety. Let we learn for slow speed, let we learn for going aside where we not sabi at that particular time, daytime, rather than you wait say na net you they go there, because the percentage of people the way they die every year is plenty, and the one the way they get severe injuries even more than the one the way they die, where they between 20 to 50 million, and 93% of them problems they occur na low income or middle income countries, and which of course Salon they part of them, and 73% of them problem they are when accident cases then related to the mandate, and we not say the mandate no boku. So do ya mandate una take care of una self, una be very mindful of waiting on you the ride keke, you the ride bike, or you the ride motor car, or then heavy duty thing there where you know say problem they with no risk your life, or you risk the life of many people, because you don't know who side that break go fail you with thousands of lives them go. So as we wrap up the program, we continue for congratulate His Grace the Archbishop, we today don't observe in 14th Episcopal anniversary, and also we continue for congratulate His Lordship Bob John Hassan Koroma, we don't install today as Bishop of the Catholic Diocese of Makeni, and he don't take up in canonical possession of in diocese. And happy Mother's Day to all mama them, and also continue for say happy International Nurses Day to all the nurses there out there. And I also want for tell boku thank you to engineer say you don't say where the kind of this radio not reach today, finally reach, and Mary and Self send voice no don't get some hiccups with the voice message. One for tell viewers and listeners thank you, the one day we call we tell una thank you, let una continue for help we for spread out this message, so that road safety is the key, because many lives are at stake when you are on the road. Thank you very much. Say you go tell people the tata and we wrap up the program.
So family, thank you for listening. I hope so we will follow some of the advice that we don't give. We ensure so we go safe and ensure so we stay safe as we move along the road. So, thank you for listening. When I
thank you people, they not forget to support the radio in cash or in kind. We'll left now in the name of the Father and of the Son and of the Holy Spirit. Amen.